spend your Sundays looking for something fun to do? Usually they're so drab and dull.
Boring.
We have just the thing for you. November 28th, the Old Rock House and Rock Paper Podcast present Debbstock 2021, featuring music by Nick Gusman and the Coyotes.
Roll, Natchez, roll, till all my trouble lets me go. Roll, Natchez, roll, and carry away my soul.
The Screechin Halts.
Where we both know this is wrong, but I'm begging you on my knees, baby, please, to lead me on.
One-way traffic.
That's all I've got to say. I know you've been missing me one day.
And Spankonya. It's Debbstock 2021, November 28th from 3 to 7 at the Old Rock House, 1200 South 7th Street, St. Louis, Missouri. Tickets on sale at metrotix.com. Debbstock 2021, a benefit for glioblastoma brain cancer. Brought to you by Old Rock House and Rock Paper Podcast.
Hey everybody, Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast. Thank you for checking out another episode of the show. Today's feature, singer-songwriter Ryan Culwell. I caught up with Ryan at Pop's Blue Moon in St. Louis, Missouri. So you might hear a little background noise. John Bonham was on the patio playing live during this interview, so you're going to catch some of his set recorded on here. But I thought it turned out real nice. Had a great time hanging with Ryan, talking about his upcoming new album, Run Like a Bull, due out in January. Keep an eye out for that, and you're going to get a little sneak peek of what Ryan's been up to, including the debut single from that album called All I Got, which is now available wherever you get your digital music at. But yeah, find Ryan at wherever you're streaming your digital music at today, and get plugged in with him while he's out on tour right now. Do want to remind you, as always, Rock Paper Podcast is brought to you by Roughneck Beard Company and American Rambler, located here in St. Louis, Missouri, over in the Maplewood area off of Manchester. You know, folks, it's officially No Shave November. Whether you've been rocking a beard for a long time or just now growing it out, November is beard season. Take care of it with Roughneck Beard Company products for the best health and growth possible. And with the holidays approaching, we've got gifts for all the men in your life. Stop in today or order online and use my code RPP15 for an exclusive 15% off your purchase. Again, that's at roughneckbeardcompany.com, and use that code RPP15 during checkout and save 15% on all your favorite beard oils, your beard balms, junk powder, whatever you need. They've got you taken care of for all your beard and grooming needs. Also, you heard about it in the intro from Tony, but do want to remind everybody that November 28th is Debbstock with my friends in One-Way Traffic, Nick Gusman and the Coyotes, the Screechin Halts, and Spankonya. And this will be a benefit for glioblastoma brain cancer. I lost my mother in December of 2019 to glioblastoma brain cancer, so trying to do my part to help some others dealing with this terrible diagnosis. So come out and help us out, have a great time, and enjoy a lot of wonderful live music. And again, that's November 28th, Old Rock House. Tickets at metrotix.com. If you need me, of course, you can find me at rockpaperpodcast.com. Hit me up on the socials. Feel free to email me at rockpaperpodcast@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you guys. Let me know what you're thinking of Ryan's new songs. And with all that out of the way, sit back, relax, enjoy this brand new episode with Ryan Culwell.
A podcast is kind of like it's like a radio show that's not on the radio. It's on the internet. Does that make sense? Uh-huh. Yeah. That's also like my mom. It makes it sound more confusing, doesn't it? It sounds like this.
Hey, this is Ryan Culwell, and you're listening to Rock Paper Podcast.
Rock Paper Podcast.
Scissors beat paper, paper covers rock. Rock beats scissors, Shane covers non-stop. Never know what new kind of guest that he's got coming at you. Live and direct on the spot. Could be rock, folk, country, or hip-hop, jazz. All kind of folks that he has. Could be an artist or a comedian to make you laugh on the
Rock Paper Podcast.
double-decker fudge round, rolling round town. Shane coming at you live and direct from ground zero. He's your hero, he's your bestie. Rock Paper Podcast with Shane Presley.
Rock Paper Podcast.
Hey, everybody. Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast, coming to you from St. Louis, Missouri. Hanging out today with Ryan Culwell.
Hey, how are you, man?
Great. I am very excited about this, man.
Me
This
too.
is super cool. It kind of just popped up, man. We kind of I saw some dates, and then all of a sudden we got a St. Louis show popped up here,
Yeah,
and here we are, man. We're getting to hang out and get to talk. And
It's good.
I was telling you right before we clicked record that it's kind of weird because it's like almost 3 years exactly to the day that since we last hung out. The night we met, you were in town with Will Hogue.
Yeah.
And at one of my favorite spots in town off Broadway. And so it was a real good night. And so I'm excited, looking forward to this all week and hang out with you and getting to hear some new tunes and everything.
Thanks, man. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. So yeah, you just drove up from Nashville, you said?
Yeah, easy drive.
Yeah, not too bad. So you obviously you didn't really get to do a lot of fun stuff in town, but today, when you
Yeah.
there
We
you
got a
go,
little
John-
background.
Yeah, we got John Bonham out there on the patio.
Nice.
But do you have like a spot in town or anything? You come to town thinking about pizza or barbecue or anything that kind of thing?
Man, I've only ever been here like in and out.
Yeah.
I've been off Broadway a couple times. I think I was there with Hayes Carl. Then I was there with Will Hogue. And I played somewhere downtown at some point, but I don't even know what it was.
Yeah.
And just in and out.
Yeah. So you never got to do any of the.
I see the arches. I'm like,
Right, yeah.
I guess you're supposed to do that. I don't know. Never
Yeah.
got the chance.
There was just popped up on social media the other day. We had the Stones in town and Mick Jagger's over there at the arch and everything. And
Oh, yeah, he's been doing that. He went to Nashville and walked around down
Right.
on Broadway and was like, nobody spotted me. It's like, well, you got a mask on, you know. And you're
right.
like,
I just thought it was funny when they posted it because like everybody's like thinking that they're just gonna bump into Mick Jagger around town now.
yeah,
Like,
I think it's hilarious. It's like, well, nobody recognizes. You got the stature of a 14-year-old boy and you got most of your face covered up. So nobody's going to recognize you, Mick.
Yeah. I would have liked to have been there. That would have been a fun night.
Oh, yeah.
but-
I didn't get to go, but I know people that did. Said it was the best time they ever had. So.
Yeah, I mean everybody was.
Yeah.
It was in. Everybody's talking about how incredible it was, but yeah, I noticed. I don't know. I couldn't budget reasons, you know.
Sure.
It was some expensive tickets, but yeah, man. I just say I just think it's St. Louis kind of known for some of these things, and I didn't know if you get a chance to explore the town, but
yeah, no, not really. When it comes to barbecue, like, I mean, I was raised in Texas, so
Yeah,
give me that
sure.
brisket,
There you
take me
go.
home.
Yeah, man. Well, one of these days, maybe next time you come through town, maybe I'll show you around. We'll get to go. We'll make a day of it.
That
and-
sounds right.
Yeah, we'll go.
Let's do that.
Yeah, go have some fun and try some Emo's pizza and get some Pappy's barbecue and all kinds of different things.
Nice.
And just but yeah, man. So this year you put out 2 new singles
Mhm.
to kind of get teasing at the new record on the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
So I kind of wanted to talk about some of these, and because I really enjoying these 2 a lot, along with of course
you.
all the past catalog and stuff. But you kicked off the year with a cover song, and your first release
Yeah.
of 2021, and that's a cover of "Head Like a Hole"
Yeah.
from 9 Inch Nails, man. And this was super cool. Like I was kind of surprised by it. Because
So was I.
yeah, because it's 9 Inch Nails, man. But I love this cover of it. I really love the direction you two took it. So I don't know. You want to talk about how this kind of came to be at all? Like,
Yeah, sure. So it was like, they sent us all home 2020, and they said, well, can't go on tour. I was also working tourism, getting tourists drunk in Nashville, or used to, and that ended pretty quick too. So it was like, well, no job, no touring, nothing to do. So I just was hanging out at the house a lot, and I was like 2 a.m. and I'm just drinking beer and playing guitar alone, super healthy stuff. And I was trying to write. I write in the middle of the night a lot because I have 4 daughters, and it's a good time to everybody's asleep. I can get some work done.
Yeah.
And I just, instead of writing something new, I just kept coming back to singing that chorus over and over and over. And I kind of picked up the lyrics there and was just doing voice memos, and I sent it to my buddy Ethan, who was living in Ethan Ballinger. He was living in LA at the time. And I was like, this is dumb, right? And he was like, no, it's not. And then him and Aubrey Sellers were both in LA, and they were bouncing that track around and those voice memos, and then they were like, okay, do it a step up, do it another step up, do it another step up. And next thing I knew, I was singing at the top of my range. I'm like, okay, let's do that. And then Aubrey really liked it. Do you know Aubrey Sellers?
No, that was my introduction.
Yeah, she's her voice is fantastic.
Yeah.
And they just got really pumped, and it was really encouraging. So I kind of broke out some gear and recorded kind of the foundation of the song. And then we recruited Megan McCormick, who was just living across town in Nashville. And so it was kind of all 4 of us doing things via the internet, because you couldn't really get together too much. And all 3 of them had really good production notes and just started flying tracks around. I did go over to Megan's for a day and cut some vocals and let her comp those together. And then, I think we just kept exploring different sounds, and it just happened like that. It just came together thousands of miles apart.
Yeah.
And, once I cut those vocals, I didn't go back over to Megan's because everybody's trying to stay in their little bubble, and so we just kept sending tracks over, and somebody'd say something, and we'd change something, and try new this or that, and Aubrey weighed in on a bunch of production stuff, and it just kept getting better. I kept getting more excited.
Sure, yeah.
And those lyrics are pretty timely.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Got money, I'll do anything for you. Got money, just tell me what you want me to. Got money, nail me up against the wall. Got money, don't want everything, he wants it all. No, he can't take it, no, he can't take it, no, he can't take that away from me. No, he can't take it, no, he can't take it, no, he can't take that away from me. Head like a hole, black is your soul. I'd rather die than give you control. Head like a hole, black is your soul. I'd rather die than give you control. Bow down before the one you serve. You're gonna get what you deserve. Bow down before the one you serve. You're gonna get what you deserve. before the one you serve. You're gonna get what you deserve. Bow down before the one you serve. You're gonna get what you deserve.
I don't know. It's just cool, man. Like, cause you think about it, like a song you've heard over and over, you know, over years and years, and then there's something like this. Like, it felt like it's the first time you heard it. You know, it's like it's totally standalone for me. Like, it's like it kind of had a whole new feel to it. Like, it doesn't, even though it is about, you know, exactly the words that the cover and everything. But I don't know. I'd always love like when a song can totally change. And I think obviously you think about a guy like. You know what Johnny Cash did with with Hurt and everything else. Like, I mean, Trent Reznor is a brilliant songwriter.
Yeah, I think the lyrics are so much better than people think, and and like people don't make sense of the melodies because he's doing such, you know, like kind of more inaccessible changes underneath, and so people don't realize like how good those melodies are. Maybe just from a pure songwriter standpoint, if you take away everything. He's kind of like subverting all that constantly, and we're like, well, let's own it instead and really support those melodies, and cool, made it a lot of fun. He's a brilliant lyricist too. I mean, he's kind of a wild genius regardless, and I'm not talking smack on his production. I think it's beautiful, but I think for a lot of listeners it shoves them out the door. It invites new ones in, but you know, we just decided to go the other way with it and chase that down.
Well, you can find that now wherever you get your music at, and there's a video on YouTube and everything, so check that all out and give that a spin. But yeah, man, so like you don't like you don't really, was that your first like recorded cover you put out like that, or you some others?
It's the first one anybody's ever heard.
Yeah.
I mean, I got others that I, you know, there's like a version of Knocking on Heaven's Door from like 2001. Nobody will probably ever hear. I think it's pretty cool, but I don't even know where to find it anymore. I think my buddy has it.
That's kind of what also surprised me, like that this is not something you do much of at all, and then you know, putting it out as a single and stuff. So but is that gonna appear on the new record, or is it just a standalone?
No, there was a debate about it, but it just is so different from the record. There was just like, it's gonna be kind of a non sequitur. So just a thing we did because we wanted to do it.
I think it was a lot of what happened in 20. I mean, obviously, like you're saying,
it's just a chance to explore. So take it.
But it's interesting. You say, you know, it was done all virtually online and stuff, and that's kind of like. But listening to it, like, and had you not told us that, like, it would really be really hard to know. Like, and that's kind of the fun of like the technology today that people can collaborate over the internet. Like,
and you got to find people too that are like truly creative and can overcome that disconnect that some people have. Like, I hate the idea of building a song or putting it together, and it's like, but you know, there's people that can still react in a pair of headphones regardless of how far you go away, and part of that's because of technology, but part of that's just the people I was working with or kind of reactive creative people. So but yeah, man, very very cool version of the song. And I just again, it's there's a lot of stuff like that where, you know, you strip away some of that production, like I was saying, you know, these, and you get to really dive into these lyrics, and you realize how great they were the whole time, that you maybe kind of got lost in the mix. But so I think you did a great job of bringing that out. And so did you get to hear anybody in the 9 Inch Nails camp at all? Like, no, I don't think they do a whole lot of social media or reaching out. That's not their thing.
That would be cool though.
I mean, I definitely got YouTube comments. Like, specifically, there's some guy named Yarek on YouTube who's like, "This is the worst thing I've ever heard." He's like into Swedish death metal, and he was very upset that we touched his sacred cow or whatever you want to call it. But you know, I keep doing that. Like at the house, I'll play covers, and I only play the things you should definitely not play. I'm like, you know, like I would play Freebird. It's not a real reference, but that kind of idea. It's like, let's touch that thing you shouldn't touch, you know? And so, sure, there was some death metal people that reached out. Most people loved it, but I actually really enjoyed that those guys were pissed off. They're like, how dare you? And I'm like, exactly. Like, what's more like, punk rock than telling you to stick it too, So, and you tell me right back, and I take it in love,
Yeah. I mean, that's good. That's if you're not having that kind of emotional reaction, I think you're not doing it right anyway.
Yeah, if I'm not pissing Yarrick off, what am I up to?
Yeah. So that's a good way to do it, man. Just to whether at least you're getting some kind of reaction now.
Yeah.
So.
Most people loved it. Most people
Yeah.
were very encouraging. Just that one guy.
Yeah.
He just gave me such a kick.
But big shout out, if you're listening.
He's not. I promise. He's in his mom's basement putting on his, his, whatever pasty white makeup and egg in his hair so he can go out, kick it.
Well, you started. This is in October. We released another single, and this is called "All I Got," and another just great tune. So this one obviously original, but hearing maybe so I'm guessing this is the first single though from the new
first
record?
single, put out a video, just warming things up.
Yeah, man. It's cool to kind of getting that back into that groove, getting ramping up to release of a new album.
I'm excited. Yeah. Let's go.
We all laugh when a young cat struggles to his feet, when an old bull falls down on his ass. I guess it ain't so sweet. I give it all I got, all I got, everything I ever had. I give it all I got, all I got, give it everything I ever had. I ain't holding nothing back. I was born a man, grew up to be somebody's baby. I smell like afterbirth and aftershave. After years of work, my knees gave way. I just sit around and watch her empty my ashtrays. I had some fun when I was young. I kicked some ass, it may sound dumb. I give anything to be 25 with a beard and a black eye. If the Lord knew all the shit I'd done, it's 1,000 times if I failed him once. If I had left to give, I'd give it one more try. I give it all I got, all I got. I give it everything I ever had. I give it all I got, all I got. I give it everything I ever had. I ain't holding nothing back. They say a man can have anything he sets his face to. When the thing that you love gets crushed in the palm of your hand, that's when it hits you. Oh yeah, yeah, there ain't nothing I ain't giving away. I give it all I got, I give it all I got. I give it everything I ever had. I give it all I got, I give it all I got. I give it everything I ever had. I ain't holding nothing back. I give it all I got, all I got. Give it everything I ever had. I give it all I got, all I got. Give it everything I ever had. I ain't holding nothing back.
Anything come to mind around the story behind All I Got? You got
I don't know. I mean, at some point, talks about having two bad knees and all this stuff like that. And I had to call my dad and tell him, like, this song's not about you. It's about me, because my dad's had two knee replacements. I'm like, I know you think I'm talking about you, but I'm talking about me. What if I wear out, which I will, and I am, like all of us. But I got a good kick out of that.
Right. Again, readily available wherever you get your digital music. Check out the music video also on YouTube.
There's a bunch of stuff on that record that doesn't make sense from, like, the rules of songwriting, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
Like, oh, let's just double up the second verse, instead of the first verse. Just do whatever you want and sort it out later. I think that song's pretty indicative of the way we chase down the whole record. It's just, especially from a songwriting perspective. I wrote all but one of those songs myself on this upcoming record, and I just felt really free to do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's got some weird rough edges, and those are all my favorite parts.
Right. Yeah, I think, when obviously if it gets too polished, it kind of doesn't have that same feel. So those rough edges are the fun part for sure. But yeah, man. So we're expecting a release of Run Like a Bull.
Run Like a Bull, January 28th.
All right.
Yeah.
So be sure to get plugged in with Ryan on your social media and all the other things, so you can be alerted when everything's ready to roll. But you're out now on tour, trying to kind of build up that buzz, to get into.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to get these songs underneath me and get my feet on the ground, just get back in shape.
Right.
Like mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Like,
sure.
How do you do this thing? It's been so long.
Right.
With COVID and all the stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just get out. I just wanted to be really prepared when we get out, and I wanted to get out of the house and have some fun. So I'm just, like today, I just picked this show up last minute.
Yeah.
So let's go. Let's have fun.
I'm glad you did come to see us, because like I said, been a little while. So you mentioned your family, your 4 daughters, and do they have they kind of found the itch to play music at all, or are they?
Man, I held it back from them for so long on purpose, because I know my propensity to just like push too hard, and I didn't want to ruin something so beautiful for them. And then sitting at home with them, and I'm playing guitar all day, every day, and they finally were just like, show us, And so I've started showing them stuff, and my oldest 2 can play Billy Joe Shaver's "Live Forever."
Yeah.
They can play Lefty Frizzell's "Gone, Gone, Gone," and they just learned Ernest Tubbs' Waltz Across Texas, and they don't know that Justin Bieber exists or any of that.
Yeah.
Like,
all right.
I've tricked them.
Yeah.
So they've really picked it up, and I'm teaching them all the stuff that I learned way late. I'm teaching it first, So much of the music theory. We don't talk about it in theory terms, but I showed them, this is how every song you've ever loved is built for the most part. It's the 1-4-5, and you can switch that out any way you want. And so, sometimes I walk in and they'll be switching to songs that I'm like, how do you know that? And they're like, it's the 1-4-5, Dad, and then they write stuff. But that's just over the last year they've started getting into it. And, my goal is we're making a canon for our family. We're trying to get, the goal is for everybody, by the time you leave the house, 50 songs on the canon. We all know the same 50 songs. That way when I'm old, they can take care of me and come sit on the porch, and we'll know all the same songs. And when they get married, those boys better know the damn songs too, or you're not in the family. Because I want that kind of generational thing to spill out. And right now it's very Texas centric. It'll probably stay that way, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds real nice, man.
It's pretty nice.
That would be I don't know, it's just I kind of had a little bit of that, not quite. I don't have the daughters, but like just kind of growing up. My dad played a little bit, little guitar, a little harmonica. We never really had like a proper band, but he would sit in and jam with different guys. And so growing up, me and my little brother, we would on kind of like Sunday mornings or whatever, kind of just have our little family band kind of jam thing. Dad would play a little bit and we'd sing along, and usually something like Ozark Mountain Daredevils. I've been standing on the rock.
Yeah.
And it was just fun to like we never did anything with it, but it was just the whole thing, just that moment to get to share that with our dad, and it was a lot of fun as a kid.
That's cool.
So I'm sure your girls are having a great time learning.
I think so.
Yeah. So
I still try not to push it too hard because I think it's why God, didn't let me have any boys, which I'm grateful for now. But it's because I knew that I would just push them too hard, be everything I'm not. But you can't do that with sweet girls like that. They just break you in half just by looking at you. So it's been really cool to be softened up a little bit, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, but yeah,
they're still tough as nails.
Oh yeah,
but I'm not when I'm around them.
But I just that whole imagery of sitting on the porch jamming and kind of family band thing, and like I don't know, it's just cool to think about too. Like sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, man. Well, you so I've been going around asking some of these random various questions, and I've been having some fun with these, and let's see if you don't mind entertaining some of these for me. What's a song that always gets stuck in your head?
Song that gets stuck in my head?
Or like maybe...
I mean, every time I'm driving through Memphis, which is a lot lately, I'll call my wife and sing Walking in Memphis, and it gets stuck in her head and ruins her day every time.
Yeah.
Because that song will do that to you. And there's a version that Cher did. Have you ever heard the Cher version?
I don't
and
know
then there's some EDM versions.
Yeah.
So I'll just randomly put that on in the house, and just for the next day, everybody's singing Walking in Memphis. And my wife is so frustrated.
Yeah. That's exactly how I am. Like I will just be stuck in my head, but sometimes it'll only be like one line of the, or in the chorus or whatever, just something like that, and then it'll just sit there on a loop until I just go nuts. And like,
did you watch that Tyson Fury fight?
No.
In the end of it, he sings Walking in Memphis. He's just a big crazy gypsy singing Walking in Memphis, except he's just like Walking in Vegas or something at the end. Ruined it, but it was hilarious. The whole stadium singing Walking in Memphis.
Right.
It's the ultimate troll.
All right, so the day comes, we have a Ryan Culwell action figure.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. What would you say like your 3 accessories to go with your action figure?
Kung Fu grip?
Yeah.
Man, I had this G.I. Joe with this really cool SUV thing. I had those twins from Cobra, and they had the scars on them. You remember those guys?
Yeah.
They had this really cool SUV where you can pull the doors off. So I'm going to need like some sort of armored SUV where you can pull the doors off. A flamethrower would be ultimate,
Right, now we're talking.
And then like maybe a good cooler full of beer.
Yeah. What do you with High Life? Is that what?
Yeah, Miller High Life.
Yeah, that's
my
your
beer of choice lately.
That's your choice. Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm sure we can make that happen. Get some product placement in there. So, but yeah, no, I'd definitely need the flamethrower. All right. What would be a dream duet or a collaboration you'd like to see for yourself?
Oh man,
Is there a
dream collaboration?
past or present? Would it, whoever?
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I don't know. I want to work with so many people.
sure.
There's this band in Texas I keep bugging about doing something Rattlesnake Milk.
Yeah,
We'll see if that ever happens. I think we both want to. I've just briefly mentioned it to him a few times.
yeah,
I don't know. That's a hard one.
yeah.
Like I guess I'm supposed to say some big giant iconic band, but I just really want to do my own thing.
Hey, it's your dream, man. You can
hang out with my friends.
Sure. No, I think that's the beauty of it, man. That's what's fun about this stuff. Just getting to collaborate with your friends and make cool stuff. So, yeah, I get all that. I mean, like obviously, I think it would be cool to work with some of these larger people just as a fan of their work and things. But at the same time, I think it would be just as neat to work with my friends and stuff that nobody knows. So, but yeah,
there's a lot more freedom there. They don't have anything to protect. You know, like imagine like if you got to work with Dylan, you think you're gonna get much say? I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be fun. But
yeah. I was listening to another interview and with you, and you were saying
Oh no.
something about this new record. You said you told the producer that you were thinking you want to make a country record that sounds like ZZ Top or something.
I told him I want to make a country record that sounds like ZZ Top and Neil Young.
Yeah,
and he knew what I meant.
I just think that was a great line, like great quote, because like I don't know, I just love the thinking about the mashing all that together and stuff.
Yeah,
and
I mean it doesn't sonically like it might, like there's some Neil Young influences for sure, but is this guy playing Neil Young right now? He is playing Cortez.
Yeah.
That's great.
Right.
What kind of timing? Yeah. That's beautiful.
we
and then
out.
The ZZ Top reference is just all emotional.
Sure. But I mean, like the reason I brought that up is I think that would be incredible to sit there and pick Billy's brain and like get into like collaborating or have him produce a track or do something something like that. Like I just think
my buddy works on those party bikes in Nashville, and so he had like a bunch of scantily clad, beautiful 25-year-old bachelorettes on there, and he's driving them around on this party bike. And then Billy Gibbons pulls up, and like a black SUV. He's got a driver or whatever, and they slow down, and he leans out the window and gets a good look at everybody. Of course, those girls have no idea who he is, and my buddy's like, "Oh shit, it's Billy Gibbons." He's like, and Billy just winks at him, and then they peace out. It's like,
yeah. He I don't know, just the epitome of cool, man. He's just like, I don't know. I just remember I got to see him once in town here, and he talked about going to the St. Louis Zoo, and he was saying,
"Would you like to see Billy Gibbons checking out the monkeys?"
Right, yeah. He was talking about that he would like something about the time there was like a aardvark or something or anteater. I think it was like that. It was pregnant or something, and he's like, and of course it's just Billy like, they got this mama anteater, they got this daddy anteater, and now they got some baby, just like, I was like, it's such a simple story, but it sounds way cooler with Billy Gibbons telling, just that voice, man. So, no, I just, I was raised on those records, and
man,
and obviously ZZ Top means a whole lot to me, and a big RIP to Dusty Hill, man.
Right.
Like that was a big loss this year for sure. So
among many,
but yeah, I just think that'd be a guy to definitely be fun to hang with.
I'd be into that for sure, man.
Yeah.
That was the first time I ever felt like I felt a band like locked together. There's like Cheap Sunglasses, I think it is, and they all slow down at the end, and you're like, they're just so locked in, just slowing down to just like, and then they pick back up together. But it's like, of course, everybody could slow down and speed back up, but it was just so locked in. It was like, oh, you guys are one thing. Yeah, it's just magical.
Yeah, no, and they did it for 50 years together. That's like an incredible thing. Man.
I saw them in Lubbock, Texas, one time, and I think they opened up for Skinnerd, which was really weird because it was like, well, this isn't Skinnerd, but anyway, and they were doing all the twirling guitars and stabbing knives into them and all the choreography, and it's like they're the only band. I'm like, you should do choreography.
Yeah.
That's right. Everybody else should stop.
Right. Yeah, man. definitely a huge part of that show. Just like having like those little simple things. It's just like,
man.
It's not much, but
because they won't be together the whole time, and then they'll step next to each other and walk up to the front of the stage, and then they walk backwards. It's just lockstep. It's pretty badass.
Oh yeah, yep. And then like they're fun too because like they've like totally changed their sound. Like they had their thing going for a long time. Then they added all the like Eliminator record and stuff, bringing a totally different sound with the synthesizers and different things, and like so. But yeah, I think a country ZZ Top record would be cool, man. I'm excited to hear what.
Well, don't expect that to really sound like ZZ Top.
But just so even
my heart felt like ZZ Top.
Yeah, but even thinking that could be any sort of influence into what you're working on coming up is got me excited. So I'm excited to hear what you guys put together there and for this new record. So, yeah, man, I really appreciate you taking a little time to hang with me, Ryan.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me, Shane.
Absolutely, man. So Again, you can find Ryan on your social media. You can find him coming to a town near you, and get plugged in for some new tunes coming January 2022.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
28th or 22.
Yeah, there it is. But yeah, buddy, I thank you so much, and I'm really glad we took some time to do this. And
thanks for the support.
Next time you're in town, I'll take you around town. We'll go hit all the
I
fun
look forward to
spots.
that.
Yeah, man. All right. Thanks, Ryan. Bye, everybody.
Y'all have fun.
Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast.
Well, yeah, that was it.